Hello students, I am Praveen Sonavne. You are watching India's most reliable and relevant educational channel where you get best in class study materials and video lectures. Do check the link in the description box. Hello students, this is very early in the morning. It is almost 2 a.m. I am going to upload this video such that you will get this video at 6 a.m. Yes, exactly 5 hours before you start writing your chemistry examination for SEM 1. So what am I going to discuss in this class? So here I am about to give you some special tips and I am going to discuss some sure short questions which will be coming in your examination. This is my prediction and my prediction rarely goes wrong. So in your chemistry textbook for semester examination 1 you have total 6 chapters. From 2 chapters you may get maximum number of questions. That is the first chapter related to the periodic table and your last chapter, that is electrolysis. Maximum number of questions will be from this chapter. To start with periodic table, what kind of questions will you get? So most of the questions will be related to your ionization potential, electron affinity and electronegativity. So let us discuss some of the important questions. I hope you already have gone through my super 40 questions question bank and these questions are all included there. So in today's video lecture we are going to talk about only those questions whose chances to be asked in the examination is almost 99.99. You can definitely expect one of these two questions. So energy required. Question number 1 is energy required to remove the electron and question number 2 energy released when electron is added. So these questions are related to the definition of ionization potential and electron affinity. Also the third definition, that is electronegativity, is equally important. You might have seen in your sample paper also a table was given and question was asked related to that table. In that question we have seen that 2 questions were from chapter number 1 and other 2 questions were from chapter 2. So all the questions which I have given you in super 40 questions related to a table from a periodic table, please go through them. And I feel and I know that question regarding the size of the ion, like Fe2 plus ion or Fe3 plus ion, which size is bigger, which size is smaller and why. Also the difference between the size of the sodium atom and sodium ion, which one is bigger, which one is smaller. Same thing can go with a non-metal like chlorine also. On one hand chlorine atom and on other hand chlorine ion. Which one is bigger in size and which one is smaller in size and the reason. I hope you all know the reason. So this question is again very important. Now one of the sure short questions, that is ionization energy. In a periodic table you have 118 elements. So which is the element which has the highest ionization energy and the element which has a lowest ionization energy? And same thing for electron affinity. Which element has highest electron affinity and which one has a lowest? And same thing for electronegativity. Before going to your examination, please make sure that you know the names of these elements. Otherwise you are going to pachhtao 5 later on. Now coming to chapter number 2, there are 3 kinds of bonds in a chemical bonding: electrovalent bond, molecular bond and the dative bond. Dative bond is most important among these 3. And a question related to lone pair of electron is a must. So how many lone pair of electrons water molecule has? I am sure you know the answer. 2. How many lone pair of electron ammonia has? 1. How many lone pair carbon tetrachloride has? 0. Also they may trick you with the question like how many shared pair of electron all these has. And do you know one compound which has all 3 types of bonds, that is electrovalent bond, molecular bond and the dative bond? What is that compound? Yes, that compound is ammonium chloride. So there can be a question related to this and 4 options might be given and you have to choose ammonium chloride. And this question is also equally important, whereby you have one atom X and another atom Y and followed by 3 or 4 questions. So you have to answer according to the question, according to the type of bonds they have and how X and Y will interact with one another. What will be their resulting molecular formula. So without fail, before going to your examination, before entering into examination hall, please make sure that you go through the diagrams of ammonium ion and hydronium ion. Along with this, there cannot be any MCQ examination of chemistry without the color of the indicators. So these are 5 indicators in front of you. Their color when they are neutral and how they change when acid or base is added to them. By heart this color carefully. This is 100% sure question related to the colors of the indicators. Very important question. I think this question maybe in exact manner can be asked in your examination. That is a solution having a pH less than 7, that is acid, react with or combined with a solution having pH more than 7, that is a base. So definitely this is a neutralization reaction and result is water plus salt. So choose your option. The solution which you get has pH what? Definitely correct option is B, equal to 7. And this very important question. Sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4, it produces 2 hydrogen ions. So what it gives? One hydrogen ion gives you acidic salt and the another hydrogen ion gives you normal salt. If I set a paper, this question will definitely be there. This is my personal favorite. And the another sure shot question which you can expect is the acidity of base and basicity of acid. You have to write number of hydronium ion or hydroxyl ions which are produced. Next question is equally important, whereby pH of 3 or 4 solutions will be given and questions related to them. This is again a very important question. Now coming to the next chapter, that is analytical chemistry. I got some comments in the comment box regarding this chapter that students find this chapter difficult, but I don't know what is difficulty in this chapter. So there are these 2 tables, action of NaOH on a certain salt and action of NH4OH on a certain salt, that is ammonium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide. So as per your syllabus, these are 6 salts and their reaction with NaOH and whether the precipitate obtained is soluble or insoluble. Most of your answer will be related to the precipitate which are soluble in excess of sodium hydroxide and excess of ammonium hydroxide. So there are certain precipitate which are soluble in excess of sodium hydroxide and there are some precipitate which are soluble in excess of ammonium hydroxide, and these precipitates are different in both of these reagents. So you have to remember this, you have to by heart this, and then choosing your option will be very simple. If you are learning your chemistry from a good teacher like me, just joking. So this chapter is nothing, just 2 tables, one related to sodium hydroxide and another related to ammonium hydroxide, and that's it. Entire chapter is based upon these tables and you have to do some mugging work related to colors and the precipitate which are soluble in excess of our reagent. The another important question which happens to be my personal favorite again, that is to distinguish between 2 salts using a reagent, same 2 reagents, ammonium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide, and salts can be iron 2 chloride and iron 3 chloride. How will you distinguish between them? What color iron 2 chloride give and what color of precipitate iron 3 chloride give? Or there can be a distinction between 2 salts like zinc sulfate and lead nitrate, or lead hydroxide and zinc hydroxide. Zinc and lead. Please see carefully what kind of precipitate this salt produce when they react with a reagent and when the excess of reagent is added to them. So another important chapter, that is electrolysis. So selective or preferential discharge. These are cations, easy to discharge. You will see this arrow. As you go down the table, it is easier for the cations or anions to discharge their electrons. So question related to preferential discharge is again a sure short question. Not even 99%, 100% sure short question regarding cations and anions. I have given some questions related to this preferential discharge in my Super 40 questions, and if you have gone through it, it will be a cakewalk for you. And finally we come to the last slide of this video lecture. Now this is entire summary. This is the entire electrolysis chapter in one page. Please stay connected with me. I have started my YouTube channel just 1.5 months back, and kind of response the student have given to this channel, that is phenomenal. Please stay connected. We are going to do lot of fun, lot of masti and learning in second semester also. Everything will continue with second semester, and please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, like each and every video of mine, and share this channel on your friends group, your school group, and wherever possible, because I will be motivated with that. I will feel like bringing more and more content for you all. See, right now it is almost 2:30 a.m. and here I am preparing a video for you, so that at 6 a.m. in the morning, 6 hours before the actual board examination starts, my students are fully prepared for their examination, and they come out of their examination with the confidence that they are going to get 40 on 40 in chemistry. So please grow this channel, because this is not my channel, this is your channel, and I will be giving lot of study material, video lectures, notes, tests, so that success is habit and learning is fun for all of you. So finally we come to the last slide. Out of all this, let me tell you, this electrolysis of lead bromide and electro refining of copper is very important, and you will get a question related to sodium argentocyanide. Remember this name. You will have a question related to this, and maybe you will get a question related to reaction at cathode and anode for nickel or for copper. Electrolysis of lead bromide, electrolytic refining of copper, sodium argentocyanide, and reaction at anode and cathode for copper and for nickel. These are some important questions or sure short question from this chapter. So entire summary of this chapter is on just one page, and how much does it require to learn this page? So here we have discussed all the important questions. I am sure you are all prepared for your board examination. Take my suggestion seriously. This is coming from a senior teacher which has an experience of 25 plus years. I have done nothing but teaching throughout my life. Also spread this video with your friends, and we are going to meet in the next video lecture of biology, which is your last paper. All the best.